It has been 10 weeks now since I started consistently uploading weekly videos to this channel. Originally, it was meant as a way to stay motivated on working through my backlog of video games, something where I could look back later to see how far I've come and what all I've been able to do. But today I realized that for me, it's become something more than just that. It's no longer about just playing games, but about finding ways that I can enjoy the medium of gaming even more as I take this journey to work through my collection. I actually had the big aha a few moments ago after I finished recording the audio for this week's video. I had an entirely different script done up. I'd been working on it for over 2 weeks now, several different rewrites full of structure and careful planning, but as soon as I sat down to edit it, my interest in the video was gone. It was less of me sharing my thoughts and more of a video essay, and I didn't really like that. Looking back at the last few videos that I've made too, I can see where the shift of that had started to happen. The process of how I've been editing and planning these weekly videos has also mimicked the process I've been going through while working to complete my backlog, because now I'm writing game reviews, I'm posting articles on my website about what I've been playing, and then I'm planning and scheduling time to run an experiment to try and figure out which way I find most enjoyable to play multi-title franchises. And it makes me happy to see all of this. So here's to another 10 fun weeks of this journey and all the exciting things that will happen along the way. That being said though, I didn't really get any work done this week on updating the database. I spent a lot of time writing and researching, but probably not for the reasons you might think. It turns out that when trying to collect data for an experiment, there's a lot of potential legal issues that come up with how information is collected and stored, and especially when it comes to getting all that from other people. Doesn't matter if it's anonymous or not. So while I'm still moving forward with the experiment to figure out if it's more enjoyable to play a franchise sequentially or interspersed, as well as officially starting it on the 18th, it's shifted a little on the approach. So if you'd like to participate in the experiment yourself, I'll have a Google folder that you can copy to your own drive, and it will have everything in there about what I'm doing and how I'm approaching it, as well as the methods that I'm using to track and record my data. But it's up to you on how you would, or if you even record any information on your own version of the experiment. As well as, if you'd like to share any of it later after it's done, you're more than welcome to, but there won't be any collecting of any sort of data at all in between. If you're excited to get started on this alongside with me, the only thing you really need to think about ahead of time is what franchise you'd like to use for the experiment. Ideally, you want a franchise you've never played before and one that you're interested to play in as well, and that there's at least 3 different titles within the franchise. I'm still going to be going with the Yakuza series. It's got 9 games in total plus side games, and they all have linear stories and other side quests and extra things to do, so it should give me enough variety that I'll have a lot of opportunities to track overall engagement, interest in side story content, as well as other metrics that you can read about if you'd like in the documents in the drive. So if you'd like to do the experiment along with me, please feel free to copy and paste the folder of the Google Drive into your own. I've also included in there a Google form for the way that I intend to track my gaming session information, so it should all work for you if that's what you'd like to do. Some of you may recognize some of these questions from previous videos, but I ask them again because my outlook on them has changed since then too. What are your expectations on how the experiment is going to turn out? Which method do you think will be more enjoyable? And I'm not talking about better, I'm talking about more enjoyable on a personal experience. And then if you were to join the experiment, what franchise would you choose? Oh, and the official name of the experiment is Sequential versus Interspersed Gameplay, a Comparative Study. Or as I like to call it, Project 7, because now it feels like some top secret exciting work that's going on here.